Hi everyone. So today I'll finally delve into my Evangelion collection by taking a look at SEGA's Super Premium Figure or Vignette of Mari Makinami Illustrious. This particular figurine is based on the Neon Genesis Evangelion 3+1 movie, and it's actually part of a set of 3 with the other characters being Rei Ayanami and Asuka Langley. Anyway, let's get started with the unboxing. SEGA Super Premium or SPM figures are prize figures that, in my experience at least, of above average quality that accurately resemble their anime or manga characters. These prize figures can be found on sale ranging from less than 1,000 yen to over 3,500 yen depending on popularity or rarity. As you can see from the box art here, the SEGA SPM figurine is a pretty accurate representation of Mari Makinami Illustrious from the Neon Genesis Evangelion series. The box art shows Mari perched in a sitting position atop some concrete rubble, but that's not entirely accurate, as you can see that the base has been photoshopped out. So anyway, let's go ahead and see what's inside the box. You have your usual plastic blisters protecting the figurine and its base from damage. Let me just cut the tapes holding the plastic blisters together so I can get Mari out for a closer look. Oops, it looks like there's a miss a spot. Let me just rectify that now and finish cutting off the tape properly. Okay, so Mari Makinami Illustrious herself comes fully painted and is in all one piece. Then we have the concrete rubble that she sits on, and lastly we have a simple black round base with the words Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 on it. Essentially, this SEGA SPM figurine of Mari Makinami comes in 3 separate parts. Mari herself, the concrete rubble, and a round base on which Mari and the concrete rubble will be placed on. Before putting all of these parts together, we are first going to give them a quick once over. First though, let me remove the round base from its plastic wrappings. Then we can go ahead to take a really close look at all these separate parts before putting them together. Let's do that now. Having the figurine come in one single complete piece can sometimes bring a downside to it. For example, sometimes these figurines can have boring, stiff poses. But thankfully, this wasn't the case for Mari Makinami, as I'll delve into in detail later. What grabbed my attention straight away about Mari was that SEGA had actually taken the trouble to add lenses, albeit plastic ones, to her glasses. I feel that just this little bit of detail had exponentially increased the perceived value and quality of the SEGA figurine. She has on her pink plug suit, i.e. form-fitting full bodysuits worn by Eva pilots. The color scheme is a mixture of dark and light pinks, broken up by white or black stripes. Mari has a relaxed sitting down pose, and what she is actually going to be sitting down on is actually a piece of concrete rubble that looks like a piece that has broken off from a NERV building. The concrete rubble itself looks a bit toy-like or plasticky. I guess it's largely due to that monotone grey glossy color that it has on. Apart from that, we have the simple black round base that is pretty meh as bases go, but that's kind of unsurprising considering that it's a prize figure. There seems to be only one hole and peg that fixes the concrete rubble of the NERV building onto the black round base, like so. The other 2 holes on the base that you can see are for the pegs that are at the bottom of her left foot. Meanwhile, Mari's other foot is resting on the concrete rubble itself without the need for any peg and hole connection. That's Mari Makinami Illustrious in her pink plug suit, sitting atop a concrete rubble of the NERV building, which in turn is attached to a simple round base. With the assembly done, let's now go ahead to a full 360-degree view of her. Looking at this full 360-degree view, I can tell you that I really love this pose, whereby it seems as if Mari is either reaching for her glasses or attempting to brush her hair from her forehead. And for a prize figure, I'm really impressed by how good the paint job is, especially how clean the lines are, with the dark and light pinks perfectly separated from the white, black, red and dark blue sections of her plug suit. The same clean paint job applies to her head as well, with good separation between the blue and whites of her headband and the browns of her hair. And while the concrete rubble that Mari is sitting on is well detailed and easily identifiable as a broken off part of a NERV building, it still looks plasticky and toy-like, thanks unfortunately to the glossy monotone grey colours that it was molded in. Apart from SEGA's excellent decision to place lenses on Mari's glasses, I also like the fact that her face accurately resembles her anime counterpart. Her expression is soft and relaxed, which is perfect for the pose that she is in. I also love the way her head tilts towards her right hand, which is either moving up to brush her hair back or her glasses up. Meanwhile, her pigtails are splayed out behind her as if being blown back by the wind, and there are enough separate strands of hair sculpted that the hair doesn't look too dull or flat. In rating this SEGA Super Premium figurine, it was almost impossible to be objective and separate the Evangelion fanboy in me. This Mari Makinami figurine has a lot going for it. For example, it has good proportions, it looks exactly like its anime counterpart, it has accurate color scheme as well as a clean paint job, it is reasonably well posed, and I love the fact that her glasses has lenses, albeit plastic ones. But being a prize figure, the base isn't well developed. It had potential and it was well sculpted to look like concrete rubble that was broken off from a NERV building. Sadly, it's in glossy monotone grey, which makes it look plasticky and toy-like. I rate this figurine as platinum or B rank and would recommend you buy it, especially if you are an Evangelion fan like me. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Goodbye.